Hi, family. This is Tamara Richards bringing to you Highest Praise Chronicles. Experience that I had with my son when he was 5. Now, in this journal entry, it talks about my son who had a loose tooth for a little while. And the tooth was so loose that he could use his tongue to lay it horizontally, and you could see the root below that tooth. Yet that little boy, he refused to let me refuse the tooth because he was fearful. He was fearful. So for a while, every time that his teeth were brushed, that nagging tooth, it caused him pain and bleeding. But waiting to take its place was a sparkling tooth. It was strong and it was perfect, but it was hidden in the back of this old tooth. One day, I coaxed that little boy, my son, to trust me as I tied a piece of floss around the tooth, and in less than 5 seconds, that offending tooth was out. Yes, there was a small burst of pain when I pulled it out. There was a little blood. But once the mouth was rinsed, you could see no evidence that the offending tooth had been there. And guess what? The brushing experience no longer brought pain. My son, he was very happy for this as he inspected the new tooth, and that new tooth had already taken place of the old and dying one. As I shared in this experience with my son, I realized something very important. I realized that we're very similar to this child. We hang on to the painful experiences of the past that are ready to be let loose. New experiences are waiting in the wings for freedom and space to grow and be of use to us. Yet in fear, we hang on to that old painful memory, that harmful relationship, that inhibiting habit, that self-doubt, that toxic job. We hang on by a thread, even when we can see the very root of what is causing our constant pain. We bear that constant pain because we are afraid to face uprooting the cause of that pain. But the truth is that hanging on is destructive. It's destructive to our awaiting new tooth. It's destructive to our freedom, to new opportunities, growth, solid development, and success. The moral here is to let go. Don't hang on to pain. Don't hang on to the past. Don't hang on to the things that can harm you. Let it go. That first gush of blood that comes when you tug that tooth out is necessary for your purging. Why? It takes with it any harmful bacteria or microorganisms that are waiting to cause infection. That initial and fleeting pain is important. It reminds us that nothing in life is easy. We must sacrifice. Of course, it may hurt to cut the root of negativity out of your life, but that pain immediately passes and gives way to joy and a new day. It gives way to growth, a better day, a solid foundation, and beauty beyond your wildest imagination. So, today is high time. Let that painful experience go. Why don't you allow God today? He will create a new path. Trust Him to give you that new hope that your heart desires and needs. Let it go, for waiting in the wings are reasons for highest praise. Won't you let it go, friends? Won't you let go that thing that's causing you pain? That thing that's preventing you from moving on in freedom, unforgiveness that you are harboring in your heart? Let it go. Let it go, for a new thing shall spring forth.